Eddie Jackson. As I mentioned, this is Eddie Jackson. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
Top-ranked Alabama has looked nearly unbeatable so far this season, but Coach Nick Saban's team will face its toughest test yet when 6th-ranked Texas A&M comes to town on Saturday. Let's welcome in our Alabama insider, Chris Stewart. And Chris, is there a weakness on this Alabama team that A&M can look to exploit on Saturday?
Yeah, Alabama's given up the deep ball, and I think A&M is capable of stretching the field, and that's something that the Tide really tried to work on since its game in Fayetteville, is making sure that the secondary took better angles, that they were not as susceptible to the deep ball. And with the pressure that front four, really front seven for Alabama that can put on an offense, you're not going to have a lot of time. But if you do get an extra half count, then Trevor Knight's a guy that can definitely throw over the top and give Alabama some problems, and they're going to have to play as effectively as they did last week against Tennessee to prevent that.
Speaking of last week, how is Nick Saban keeping his team engaged after beating 9th-ranked Tennessee by 39 points?
I think that's the biggest challenge of the week, because it is such a huge rivalry game still, and it was such a dominating performance. I think part of what helps is they're able to rest a lot of guys in the fourth quarter, didn't have to play a lot of the frontline guys at all, so they got rested. But I think they're learning. I think there's a great combination of veterans who understand what it takes to win a championship, and a lot of young guys who've not been in this position before that are very hungry to get their own. And I think we've seen the maturity of this squad week by week, and I think that's helping them prepare for a game like this coming on the heels of such an emotional win just a few days ago.
Chris, you're just leading into all my questions here. So we're heading into the season. As you mentioned, there was just so many question marks with the maturity of this football team. You had an undecided quarterback, you had off-the-field issues. But now after 7 weeks of football, do you believe this could be Nick Saban's best team yet at Alabama?
Long way to go to get to that, Shae, because there have been so many good ones with obviously 4 national championships so far in his tenure. But I think this has the makings of being an elite squad as well, and as he terms it, a very special team. Special at Alabama means championships by and large. I think they've got the makings of that. I think the talent is clearly there. Can they continue to stay fortunate from an injury standpoint? Can they continue to stay focused and locked in and doing the things off the field right as well as on the field? I think those are all challenges that can come up day by day and week by week. But if they continue to grow as they have, I think they'll once again be in a spot to play for a national championship. And that's what's amazing. They will, in all likelihood, regardless of the outcome of this game, Shae, they will go into the month of November for the 9th consecutive year with an opportunity to play for a national championship. They've only played in 3 ball games since 2008 that did not factor into the national championship picture. It's an amazing run.
That is unbelievable. Kickoff from Tuscaloosa is at 3:30 Eastern. Chris Stewart, as always, thanks so much for the time.
Thank you, Shae.